Welcome back. The same day, DHS Secretary Mayorkas confidentially touted the Biden administration's so-called progress on the southern border. He shared a much different message behind closed doors. Listen to this leaked audio file obtained by Fox.
If our border is the first line of defense, we're going to lose, and this is unsustainable. We can't continue like this. Our people in the field can't continue, and our system isn't built for it.
Joining me now to react is Ken Cuccinelli, the former acting deputy secretary for DHS. Were you surprised, Secretary, when you heard this audio?
Yeah, I was surprised. Sadly, I was surprised because it's the first honest, accurate statement I've heard out of Secretary Mayorkas since he was sworn in about the border. But I'm not sure I believe him. Look, this is a guy who'll pander to the folks in front of him, and remember who he was talking to. He was talking to the Border Patrol agents that protect you and me in this country, and honestly, he has never cared about them. That goes back to his last time of service in the Department of Homeland Security, when he famously said, the morale of these CBP officers is of no moment to me. He didn't care then, he doesn't care now, but he's talking to them, and actions will speak louder than these words. So is he going to follow through and actually make changes needed to push these numbers down and to take the strain off the Border Patrol agents who are just getting, deluged, 7,000 illegal aliens a day? You'll remember Jay Johnson, Obama's secretary, said that 1,000 a day was a crisis. Well, we're at 7,000 and counting, and it's literally the worst logistical burden at our border in history. Ever.
Mr. Secretary, the numbers don't lie. July, we have the new numbers, 212,000. That's up 13% from June.
Yeah, it's like, think of it this way. We just finished the Olympics. It's like Michael Phelps breaking his 50-meter record by 2 seconds. It's an explosion. It's an absolute explosion, but they've been building it up.
What is the end game here, though? I mean, because it's clearly out of control.
Lawrence, that's the problem. You've hit it on the head. There isn't an exit strategy here. They told their base, open borders, we're going to open the door, it'll be great, we're going to get these people registered to vote even though they're illegal aliens, and you can look at their voting bills on Capitol Hill and see that's what they're trying to do. However, because this is truly unsustainable in the real world, something we told them over and over and over, frankly, you just had a federal court order them to restart the Remain in Mexico program. Part of what they cited, the judge cited there, was Mark Morgan's testimony about how in the transition from the Trump administration to the Biden administration, in over 100 meetings with professionals, not the political folks, the professionals who work the border, they were told over and over that exactly what you're seeing happen is exactly what would happen. And they pressed ahead anyway, and now they've backed themselves into a political corner that is costing America security every single day.
Well, Mr. Secretary, then we know that you guys briefed them. We know the State Department briefed them. Then you got to ask yourself the question, was this by design? And I think we know the answer to this, because you got a progressive left that has a policy of open borders. They don't believe anybody is, in fact, illegal. They don't believe in the legal channels that you should. Disrespecting the current immigrants that are here. And then you think about the Cuban people that are fighting in their own country, and they tell them to just stay. Just stay.
Just incredible. So, throughout our history, we've been just a beacon of light for those kinds of oppressed folks. And not disrespecting even the illegal aliens who are coming on an individual basis, but that's not what they're coming from, right? They are not fighting evil and tyranny and oppression, although sometimes I think we are here. So, but it is an incredible dichotomy. It is a terrible policy by the Biden administration. It's doing terrible harm to America, especially our poor people.
Mr. Secretary, the American people see it. That's why they're tanking in the polls on this issue. Thank you so much for coming on the program this morning.